These are the famous murals of Bonampak, only rediscovered in the 1950s. We're looking here at a reconstruction of the murals using not only visible light, but also infrared light, so that we can see more of what might have been there in antiquity. The murals themselves are effectively a party shown on a wall of a single structure at the side of Bonampak. Here we see the arrival of many messengers to the court of the king of Bonampak, who was himself getting arrayed for dance along with his brother king, brother-in-law, from the slightly larger site of Yashchila locally. The messengers arrive and they bring many goods. Here, in fact, we see a reference to 5 bundles of 8,000 cacao beans. So this is 40,000 chocolate beans in this one bundle. And here we have several other bundles, which unfortunately their contents are a little bit abraded. The king himself of the site of Bonampak and his brother-in-law from Yashchilan and yet another local king are all arrayed here for dance, wearing quetzal feather plumes. Down below, we see a scene of all of the musicians that will provide musical accompaniment to all of the events and festivities. Here we have great trumpet blowers and individuals here decorated and dressed as wind gods, lobsters, crocodiles, with their hieroglyphs associated with them, reading Bachtzam, or buffoon, clown. So these are the boys from the Bonampak band. And in addition, they're also one of our best examples of classic Maya music in the making. We have very, very few depictions of classic Maya music and very, very few examples of actual objects. Here we have turtle shells and antlers. Here we have an individual playing a large stand-up wooden drum. Again, we don't have this preserved for the Maya, but we have later objects from the Aztecs and also the Mixtec that we can use to understand a little bit about what it would have sounded like. There's an animal skin stretched across it here to provide a large resonating chamber. Here, these individuals are all wielding maracas, effectively, but the titles that are associated with them hieroglyphically tell us that they are kayon, singers. So they're playing their own maracas effectively as an accompaniment to their own voice. Maracas, human voices, great resounding drums, trumpets as we've seen before, and these individuals with turtle shell rattles probably produce a pretty cacophonous kind of melody. This wouldn't have been a jazz, syncopated beat or anything of that nature. It's hard to imagine precisely what it would have sounded like.